Pakistan Prime Minister Imran Khan is convicted. He's sentenced to 3 years in prison. This in the gift scam. Eyewitness accounts in the CBI charge sheet mention that they actually did see Jagdish Titler at the Gurdwara instigating the mob during 1984. 4 years since the abrogation of Article 370, Naya Kashmir embraces development. Gyan Vapi survey continues. For the second day, the Muslim side has joined the ASI team's survey. Bulldozer action continues on mobsters in Nuh in Haryana. Illegal structures are raised by the administration. And fresh violence in Manipur's Bishnupur has claimed 3 more lives, houses torched in retaliation. A very good evening. You're watching Republic and I'm Deepthi Sachdeva. We are putting our focus on this edition of the news on what's been happening in Pakistan. Now, one might say Pakistan is a tinderbox, and it's no surprise that the state again and again goes into turmoil. But is this building up to a larger problem for Imran Khan and hence perhaps for the polity of the country, for the deep state? Now, the top story that we track at this hour on the show is from Pakistan, where there could be a rerun of the May riots. You would recall when there was a lot of buzz of Imran Khan that possibly could be arrested. He was finally arrested, and the kind of mayhem we saw on the streets. The former Pakistan Prime Minister was arrested in Lahore again today. This after a trial court has sentenced him to 3 years in prison. Now, if you're wondering what this case is, this is the Tosha Khana case. What really happens is that whenever you have any foreign dignitary who visits Pakistan, or the Pakistan Prime Minister, the Pakistan President, or you have anyone else from the top echelons in Pakistan who visits any other country, there are gifts exchanged, and all these gifts go into a Tosha Khana. Now, this is where the alleged scam is. The sentence relates to a probe that's conducted by the Election Commission, which found the ex-premier guilty of illegally selling these state gifts. And what is the amount of these state gifts? Listen very carefully. 140 million. 140 million Pakistani rupees is what the allegation is. During his tenure from 2018 to 2022, Imran Khan's party, the PTI, now says they've already moved the High Court against the arrest. All this is also coming as there is more bad news for Imran Khan. The court has also said that Imran Khan will not be able to contest elections. Big setback then for the former Pakistan Prime Minister, as many were saying that he possibly is looking at a re-election very, very soon. But this conviction means that this possibly could be the end of the road for him. He will not be able to take part in national elections that are scheduled to be held in the next few months, and a lot of other ramifications also of this arrest.
In a fresh blow to Imran Khan's bid to return to power, and for the second time in 3 months, former Pakistan Prime Minister Imran Khan has been arrested by the police at his home in Lahore. This after he was found guilty in the Tosha Khana corruption case. A Pakistani trial court sentenced him to 3 years in jail in the case in which he has been accused of profiting from selling expensive state gifts when he was in power.
Imran Khan is himself, responsible for what happened to him today as well. Remember, today he was inducted in Tosha Khana case, and the Election Commission of Pakistan had already begun a proceeding to disqualify his, the party from the next election, because for any political party it is mandatory to hold intra-party election, which the Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf never did.
Just an hour after his arrest, Imran Khan's team released another video message recorded by him before his arrest.
अब ये केस जो तोशाखाना का चलना शुरू हुआ, ये आपको समझना चाहिए कि इस केस के ऊपर, ये तोशाखाना केस के ऊपर मेरे घर के ऊपर हमला हुआ। 4 दिन पहले पुलिस पहुंच गई कि जी आपने वो तोशाखाना का एक मजिस्ट्रेट के सामने केस सुनने जाना है। 4 दिन पहले पुलिस पहुंच गई और यहां पूरा मेरे घर के ऊपर 26 घंटे अटैक हुआ। हमने कहा जी हमें इन जज साहब से जिस तरह इन्होंने कार्रवाई किया है, हमें कोई इंसाफ की तवक्को नहीं है। ये 11 मई को हमने किया। उसके बाद बहरहाल एक पूरा सिलसिला चलता रहा जिसमें यह वाज़ेह होता गया कि एक प्लान बना हुआ है कि तोशाखाना में इमरान खान को डिस्क्वालीफाई करना है।
PTI's Vice Chairman Shah Mahmood Qureshi rejected the conviction and arrest of Chairman Imran Khan and said the much feared ruling by a trial court was state sanctioned and premeditated.
जो आज फैसला आया है उसको लोगों ने इंसाफ के तकाजों के बरक्स जाना है और जो एक बुनियादी हक था इमरान खान का एक फेयर ट्रायल का आर्टिकल 10A के तहत, वो मुयस्सर नहीं हुआ। मुझे इस शराब की कैफियत का इल्म है और हमने सबने मिलकर उनकी आजादी के लिए अपनी जद्दोजहद जारी रखनी है। कानूनी जंग भी लड़नी है और सियासी जद्दोजहद भी करनी है।
Soon after the arrest, Imran Khan's followers protested in Bahawalpur in Punjab. Ramification of the arrest will be felt in upcoming elections in Pakistan. Bureau Report, Republic TV.
So, a lot of turmoil that continues to be reported from the rogue state called Pakistan. We also have our reporter Kaswar joining us live from Islamabad, and in the center of our screens, Kaswar, these are images that are coming to us from Bahawalpur. Now, this is where the PTI workers have again gone on a rampage. They are out protesting. And Kaswar, no one has forgotten what happened in Pakistan in the May of this year. Is this going to be a rerun of what we saw? And has this now become a pattern? Is Imran Khan again and again trying to tell everyone how powerful he is, how popular he is, and no matter what, he wants to be a martyr?
Exactly. You rightly pointed out, and let me tell you that the update coming out of South Punjab of Pakistan is that dozens of party workers from Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf has taken to the streets and roads, and in fact they are taking law into hand. And according to my sources, a number of 13 people have been taken into custody in Rahim Yar Khan, 3 in Multan, and 5 in Bahawalpur. They totally, I think, 20 people have been taken by the law enforcement agency into custody. And you have rightly pointed out that the nation have not forgotten what happened on 9th of May this year, because the army installation was set on fire and the government installation set on fire. Billions of dollars of Pakistan has to incur the losses as well. But I don't see the repetition of the 9th May, because law enforcement agencies this time are fully prepared. As I told you earlier, that 20 people have been rounded up, and according to my sources, had the list of the active members of Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf have already been compiled, and a crackdown is underway right now. On the other hand, I must agree with you that the Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf chairman want to be victimized. Actually, what happened to him, most of the people say in Pakistan, what's happening to him is he is solely responsible for all of that. His party have been scattered, and the top tiers of Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf have actually disowned the party chairman, and now they have joined. Some of them have joined the already existing party, and others have joined another groups as well. So, in a nutshell, Pakistan is in a toss once again, and everybody in Pakistan is holding Imran Khan responsible for what is happening in Pakistan right now. Stock markets has nearly crashed today. but law and order is in control. Businessmen across Pakistan followed in excess are once again, in chaos as well. Market have been closed in Rawalpindi and Islamabad and in Lahore as well. So Pakistan is back to scare, followed by these arrests. But don't forget that he still is one of Pakistan's most popular leaders. But on the other hand, even his supporters believe that what happened in a session court today in Tosha Khana case in Islamabad was on merit. The judgment was delivered on merit because they believe that even if a politician of the status of Imran Khan does blunder, this time they will not be able to stand behind him because he has been called by the court for 30 times. But against 30 times called notice, he only appeared before the same court for only four times as well. He misled the court, he misled the nation. So today what's happening against him is not unexpected. And this is and let me tell you, I got a message from one of the top tier of Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf, members that what happened today is solely because of Imran Khan's rudeness, because according to him, Imran Khan was supposed to appear before the court. He was supposed to prepare the original documents to be presented in Tosha Khana case before the same court, but he never did.
That's
and other thing, he believed that even the top tier of
But Kaswa, that's exactly what I wanted to ask you. Does he want to be a political martyr? Does Imran Khan want this story to be played the way it is playing out? Because, this actually helps him to consolidate his position, his votes electorally. And, my guess is that possibly you can't rule out that option, yes? We also have images, I think, that are coming in from Peshawar, where a lot of these PTI workers now are being put under arrest. We'll put out those pictures on our screens in just a moment, Kaswar. And I also want to say good evening to Sushant Sareen, the senior fellow at the ORF with us. Also Major Yasir Janjua, who's a defense and a strategic expert, joining us from Islamabad on the broadcast. And Sushant, before I come to you, let's get in the Major here. Major Saab, why is this, looking like a redux of what happened in May? Do you believe this is Imran Khan playing things according to a script? Imran Khan wants this, and perhaps the state is letting him become a political martyr?
Dipti, first of all, thank you very much for inviting me on the show, and let me give you a reality check. When I was invited to join the show about an hour ago, I had just entered home. With due apologies to my friend Kaswar, I also live in Islamabad. And when the court verdict was announced, I was in the heart of the city and I was roaming all over the place. I had gone there to do some things. All the markets are open. There is no There is no arrest, no protesters on the streets. So if somebody is saying that there is some chaos, I didn't see anything like that. Hello? Can you hear me?
Are you saying everything is peaceful? Everything is very peaceful in Pakistan the way it usually is. Plausible deniability, sir, is what Pakistan lives by.
No. What I will tell you is, you mentioned and the gentleman mentioned about Rahim Yar Khan, 5 arrests in Bahawalpur, 3 arrests in Rahim Yar Khan, and couple of arrests in Multan. Well, I'm not going to sit here and challenge. There might have been arrests, but Islamabad, Lahore, Karachi, these are the biggest cities or the main centers of attention. There is nothing happening here. That's one part. Now the other part, if somebody is trying to paint a doomsday scenario, let me give you a reality check, and I'm sorry I have to give it that to you. You mark my words and mark my statement, record my statement and play it in about 2 weeks' time. This verdict will be thrown out on the scrutiny of the appeals. Yesterday only, the High Court in Islamabad had given categoric instructions to the judge. The judge did not listen to him. No, we are in advanced state of the trial. Advanced stage of the trial now. The recording, the statements of the Election Commission Counsel are being recorded. The witness are being recorded. So the Election Commission Counsel is making his statement.
Okay.
So now it's too late, and we'll go ahead with the trial. So that contempt of court proceedings will be taken separately. So Islamabad High Court yesterday said, this
Major Saab,
is not
with all due
tenable.
respect to you, I don't even want to get into the technicality. I'm only looking at the big
Right.
picture, sir. These are also images coming in from the Zaman Park area in Pakistan, where the PTI workers have been out on the streets. They've been protesting. Now, you say nothing is happening, everything is fine in Pakistan. But like I said, the big picture has clues not just for what is happening in Pakistan, for how New Delhi must be looking at the situation, how the subcontinent, Sushant, needs to be really aware of what's going on in Pakistan. And what kind of a country is Pakistan, Major Saab, where, you have a former prime minister who's being alleged that he was selling gifts, the gifts that he got from other dignitaries who visited him and vice versa. There is a scam
can I
and
correct
there
you,
is
please,
this
with
whole
your
money
permission?
that has exchanged hands because he was selling those gifts. Sushant.
No, Dipti, can I correct you if you don't mind? Can I just correct you? The case of Tosha Khana is not about the selling of the gifts. The case of Tosha Khana is that he did not make the declarations correctly. So the allegation is that he sold gifts or whatever he did, or he
So
gifted
he's
them
allowed
away.
to sell those gifts. You're saying the problem is he did not declare it. So
No,
you're
no, no,
saying
no,
it's a tiny violation, Sushant. And you must not have all hell breaking loose even if Imran Khan has done that. But Sushant, what is the big picture vis-a-vis Pakistan, vis-a-vis India and the rest of the subcontinent?
Frankly, I don't think the rest of the subcontinent is very bothered about what's happening in Pakistan because it really doesn't affect anybody's life. I don't think we will see the kind of scenes we saw on the 9th of May. That's a failed insurrection. I don't think that's going to be repeated or going to be allowed to be repeated. In any case, Imran Khan's party has been very severely denuded and dismantled. But I would agree with what Kaswar was saying. He remains the most popular leader in Pakistan. I think that's undeniable, unless, of course, somebody wants to shut their eyes and, pretend that he doesn't exist. I think if there was a free and fair election, which is a big if and doesn't happen in Pakistan, he would probably win the election. Look, there are two sides to what has happened today. I wouldn't be entirely surprised if, for example, these guys, the superior courts were to give him some relief because many of them seem to be Imranistas or part of the Imran cult. But I think purely on the merits of the case, apart from the morality of selling gifts which you get, and making a profit out of it, which is what he did and which is what he has openly acknowledged on other forums. It is the fact that he hasn't been able to explain where he got the money because it shows disproportionate assets. He did not have the money. He did not show that he had the money to buy those gifts for the amounts he bought them. And then he never declared the monies which he got after selling those gifts in his returns. For even less of an offense, the judges, I think it's a travesty to call them judges in Pakistan, but nevertheless, they handle the judiciary, they head the judiciary. They sentenced Nawaz Sharif for not receiving and disqualified him for not receiving a salary which he had shown on the papers that he was entitled to some salary from his son, which he had never received, and they disqualified him on that, on some frivolous definition. So as far as the legality of this case is concerned, it's a slam dunk. I don't think there was any doubt that Imran Khan is guilty of all the charges which the judge has convicted him on. That he might get relief from the superior courts is another matter. Has there been a miscarriage of justice in the way the trial has been proceeded? I would say that, it's one can argue that, but the fact of the matter remains that Imran Khan, who used to insist that people should present themselves and be transparent when they present themselves before the law, has himself been using evasive and dilatory tactics. He has always avoided presenting himself in the court, making one challenge after another, and trying to avoid confronting the merits of the case. So purely on the merits of the case, I think it was a slam dunk. But the politics of Pakistan is quite different. Now, I don't think that the army, because it's basically a country, it's an army with a country, the army will allow Imran Khan or anybody close to him to win the elections. They might give him, 10, 12 seats. But if they were to allow elections to take place, even though, and this is purely my assessment, I know a lot of people will probably challenge me on this. If an election was to take place, even a donkey or a pole or a dog or a cat who gets Imran Khan's ticket will win the election if they are allowed to win an election. I think he has reached that level of popularity,
but,
and the mess that has been made by Shahbaz Sharif's
I just
government.
have a little question then, a follow-up to that. Are you saying that Imran Khan continues to be as popular? Perhaps he's become even more popular with all this that has been playing out on the streets. And do you believe that this then, according to the deep state in Pakistan, is the only way to perhaps keep him in check? Now, what happens once he gets disqualified, when he can't hold a public office for the next 5 years?
I think the only way to keep him in check is to get rid of him permanently. Again, I'm being very harsh and I'm being very blunt, but I think that's the only way to keep him in check, because clearly he has done something over the last year which was completely unanticipated and unexpected. He challenged the might of the Pakistan army, the might of the Pakistani state, and he literally at one point of time brought it to its knees. That they've hit back ruthlessly was only to be expected. But the fact of the matter remains that there are three reasons why Imran Khan remains very popular. Number one, he has shown, whether you like him or not, and I don't, I'm not a fan of his. In some ways I am, because I think he was great for India because of what he did to Pakistan in terms of administration. But what you have to give the devil his due is that his defiance of the military has made him extremely popular. That is one. I think he has shown a level of bravery which I don't think I've seen from many other Pakistani political leaders. Most of them at the first sign of trouble run away, right? That's the culture of Punjab anyways. So one is that. The second is the complete mismanagement and mishandling of the economy by people like this chartered accountant Ishaq Dar, who pretends he's a Nobel Prize winning economist. He's made a complete hash of things, and I think that has probably added to Imran Khan's popularity. And the third reason why I think he remains very popular is that, despite all the crackdown against him, the core support base which he had managed to get hasn't really deserted him. We've seen new factions come in, but they don't seem to have captured the imagination of the people. They don't seem to have, really taken the wind out of the sails of Imran Khan's party. So I would imagine those are the three reasons why I think he remains extremely relevant in Pakistani politics today. That this might turn out to be nothing when the election happens. If an election happens,
he remains very relevant. Now, Major Saab, I just have enough time for you and Kaswar, just about 30 seconds each, before we wrap this conversation. Now, Major Saab, tell me something. What happens next? What happens next in Pakistan? If Imran Khan gets relief, what happens then? If he doesn't get relief, what happens next?
First of all, as I said, a lot of things that what Sushant has said, I absolutely agree with him. Nothing can be denied and nothing can be challenged. Most of it cannot be challenged. The fact remains that whether he gets relief or not, that is, I don't know, but it's on my own assessment that he's going to get relief from the higher courts. Sushant also said that. Now, the question here is, will the elections take place? No. In my opinion, the government is not interested. They have made legislation which is going to empower the interim prime minister to run the country like a normal prime minister, though they are not in a mood. Their own allies are saying, we don't like the results of the census, we don't accept them, and we don't want the elections to happen with this census results. The prime minister says the elections are going to be held on this census results. His key allies like People's Party and MQM are saying, no, we don't like the results and we don't want the elections. So it's a game being played by the coalition and the government as well. They don't want the elections. Imran Khan, they wanted to get rid of.
Interesting. You're saying this is a game being played by a lot of these coalition partners. But I have to give the last word to Kaswar. He's a man on the ground. Kaswar, what is your assessment of what possibly this story could develop into? You know, Taliban Khan is what Imran Khan has also been called. Sushant is telling us, and he's, you know, encapsulated that very well to tell us why he believes that Imran Khan still holds a lot of popular sway. He continues to be popular. And then you have the deep state that is very, very wary of Imran Khan. So, you know, in this chessboard, no elections is what the administration wants. But what happens next, Kaswar?
Well, let me appreciate my friend from New Delhi. His assessment, I strongly agree with his assessment. What he said that Imran Khan still is one of the popular leaders in Pakistan. There is no doubt about that. Pakistani nation, you know, appreciate the villain. And Imran Khan has emerged as the big, huge villain, as the way he defies the Pakistan army. He has won many hearts because a aggressive nation always, you know, appreciate the villains as well. They are not concerned about the reality as well. The reality is Imran Khan badly failed to produce all of his, you know, the slips, and he did not, you know, update his selling of. He did not update his, you know, what can I say, in Goshwaras in Election Commission of Pakistan, and as well. One thing is reality, and secondly, I must appreciate once again my friend in Delhi that the former Prime Minister, you know, Nawaz Sharif was disqualified on the same ground from the courts as well. But when it comes to Imran Khan, Imran Khan narrates another story as well. Let me correct one of my friends in Islamabad that there is no doubt the markets are open in Islamabad, Rawalpindi, and other big cities as well. But the chaos has already on the road and streets in South Punjab. I clearly said that chaos was, you know, on.
All right, you know, Kaswar, we haven't still heard the last word yet on what happens, but like Sushant and Major Saab said, we'll keep our eyes focused on what's happening, and we trust you to get us all updates. What Imran Khan also said is, how will you crush the party when its vote bank is increasing? So his eyes are focused on elections. That is his prime motive right now. But what happens next, we'll track that story. Gentlemen, thank you so much for your time, your perspective, as we quickly head into a break right now. But on the other side, we are also putting our focus on the other story that